So, guys, yesterday we all know there was the Ballon d'Or ceremony, and one of the most controversial decisions in the history of football, Vini Jr. was not awarded the Ballon d'Or. An utter robbery. Nobody could fathom the fact that Vini Jr., who won the UCL with Real Madrid, who won La Liga with Real Madrid, who basically scored above 30 goals and assisted, I think, 18 times in 54 appearances, was robbed of the Ballon d'Or. And the more controversial thing is that the Ballon d'Or and UEFA have partnered with each other from this year onwards. And we all know that UEFA have a very bitter relationship with Real Madrid. And hence, Rodri has won the Ballon d'Or. Well, to be honest, anybody could have won the Ballon d'Or this year. Carvajal, Rodri, Vinicius, Lautaro Martinez. I think any one of these four could have easily won the Ballon d'Or. But in my opinion, I feel it was pretty unfair to not give Vini the Ballon d'Or. I think he deserved it thoroughly, and I think, in my opinion, it's a utter disgrace that the Ballon d'Or is being devalued in such a way, given to a holding midfielder like Rodri, who did well, but I think in the past we saw like so many players, who didn't win the Ballon d'Or and who were great players. So I think it's very very unfair to not give Vini the Ballon d'Or. So
Yeah,
Netro, any argument?
waffle, waffle, waffle,
What
waffle,
waffle?
waffle.
What
Why?
waffle?
First of all, this year Ballon d'Or was so close. There was no clear winner. If Rodri won it, Vini won it, Bellingham won it, even Martinez and Carvajal. If either of them had won it, it was a fair argument. We had arguments for everyone. So it's not
Hmm.
like it's a robbery the way Madrid fans are claiming it to be. It's not a robbery. It's
Not a
a
robbery. The reports
yeah
2 weeks ago said that Mbappe
yes.
was not Mbappe. Vini was going to win the Ballon d'Or. It was a clear shot, and now suddenly last minute you make changes. How is that possible?
The award was not given right. And
Award was not
yeah,
given.
this was probably done intentionally by the organization because if you know the winner 2 weeks ago, why are you going to actually waste your time and watch that ceremony where people are just talking? Like use your brains. So then suddenly they did the Rodri thing, and then suddenly there's so much hype for it. If they had not done the Rodri thing, do you think there would be that hype? No,
Hype. I mean,
and
there
this is
was
the
hype. It was anyway close. It was going to be close. Even if Vini
this
won the Ballon d'Or, I think there would have been a lot of hype because regardless any of these two players, it's going to be one of their first Ballon d'Or. If Rodri won it, it would be his first Ballon d'Or, and if Vini won it, would be his first Ballon d'Or. So the hype was anyway going to be there. It was like quite obvious. It's
how
not
can
like Ronaldo or
I,
Messi
I
winning
I
Ballon d'Ors
don't
every year.
understand. I don't understand how is there a claim for Rodri not being deserving of this award? He's very much deserving.
Yeah, but I think Vini deserved it more. It's not like Rodri is not
No,
deserving. It's like he was not
how
as convincing
you
as
have
Vini.
arguments. You have arguments everywhere. Vinicius Junior did well for his club in the second half, post January. Before that, he was not that good. He's not even the top goal scorer for Real Madrid, keep in mind. And he's an attacker. A midfielder did better than him, who was arguably playing false nine, but he was a midfielder. He had to do a lot of work in the middle. And then he did well in the Champions League finals, but they were playing against Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund. Like, let's be real. Who, anyone is going to do well against Borussia Dortmund. That team is known for bottling.
I mean,
And then
yeah, but you got to perform in front of what's meaning you got to perform against the team who's in front of you, and
exact,
it is what it
and he
is at
did
the end
it,
of the
and
day.
I'm not discrediting him for that. But then again, what he did for Brazil, he did not show up for his country. Brazilians hate him.
Hate him? No, 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 no. Hate him is a this is a egregious statement. Hate him, bro. The love that he's been shown after
Brazilians
losing the Ballon
are,
d'Or also by all his fellow, his seniors like Ronaldo, Nazario, then all the other players like Rivaldo, etc. All of them show as they're showing him their love. Even the whole of Brazil, even the Federation of Brazil was just pretty angry when they got to know that Vinicius wasn't winning the award. Pretty angry. So that shows that they care. They care for Vini. It's not like they hate him or something.
the fans don't this thing.
Then who?
Wait. Somebody's texting me. I'm just messaging them.
Yeah, but to be honest, Vinicius deserved it, man. To be honest, see if you see the history of the Ballon d'Or, It's a basically an
No, no,
attacker's
no.
award.
Okay, okay.
It's
Wait,
basically
wait,
an
wait, wait,
attacker's
wait,
award.
wait, 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 wait. Vinicius
Yeah, yeah,
Junior
go
did
on.
not do that well for Brazil. Let's be real. That is this thing. If it was not a international year, like we did not have like international tournaments like Copa America or Euros, 100% Vinicius Junior deserved it. And I would not be arguing over here about Rodri winning. But there was an international tournament, and that international tournament have a huge significance because in 2018 also Luka Modric and Cristiano Ronaldo among them, if it was just based on club level, Cristiano Ronaldo should have won that Ballon d'Or and rightfully. But then, because of the international tournament, Modric was the best player. They won the Golden Ball, and he got the weightage over there. And arguably, that also
Hmm.
was a robbery. Antonio Griezmann deserved it that year.
Nah, Griezmann, no, bro. Yeah,
I mean,
Griezmann. That's
that
for one
that's my
tournament.
opinion.
I feel that year 2008. If you're speaking about
Ballon
2018,
2000,
2018 was a
2000,
clear Ronaldo victory. But the problem was that Ronaldo had a scandal going on with I forgot which girl or something, and basically UEFA didn't want to give it to him. UEFA and FIFA didn't want to give it to him because they knew that if they gave him the award, it would not be a good look on the on FIFA and the Ballon d'Or as well. So that's the
I
reason why
mean,
they never gave him that
it's a,
award.
that's another topic to discuss. I just gave you an example. Let's not discuss on that. Let's just
Yeah,
stick to Vinicius and Rodri. So
yeah.
I feel like if that can happen, 100% Rodri also deserves it.
I mean, I'm not saying Rodri doesn't deserve it, but I'm saying the context in which Vini has been robbed of the award is, I don't know, man. It's like,
He
it's a
has not
disgrace.
been wrong. They both. It's not a disgrace. They both deserved it, and either of them could have won it. It's like Haaland and Messi.
Yeah, but it
Either
was
could
like
have won it.
they had a sudden last minute change. So how can you justify that?
They had a certain last minute change probably because to keep that hype, no. See, look at the amount of people that are talking about the Ballon d'Or. When was the last time people spoke about it so much? When Benzema won,
Last
no
year,
one spoke about it so much.
last year,
There was no argument.
last year, last year.
Last year there were no arguments. Last year there were no arguments. As much, I mean,
What?
there was that
What?
There was that Haaland claim, but we all knew Messi was winning the Ballon d'Or. And after 1 2 days, it eventually died out. It was not. It did not have the outrage that it had this year. This year the outrage was unreal, and the hype pre Ballon d'Or was also unreal because of the debacle that this thing French this thing did magazine or whoever.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Like
And I
Vinicius,
feel
what did
this
okay?
is.
Can you tell me what did Vinicius do wrong except internationally? Except internationally, what did he do wrong
What has
compared to
Rodri
Rodri?
done wrong? What has Rodri done wrong except for I don't know. He has done nothing wrong. What has he done wrong except for the FA Cup final maybe?
Rodri. The problem is he's a CDM and Vini is an attacker, so
So
always you have to favor the attacker. That's the history of the
why is he
Ballon d'Or.
always with the
I'm just
attacker?
going on history.
But by that I thought 2010 either Xavi, Iniesta, or Snyder deserved it ahead of Messi. That's my opinion. In 2000
Hmm.
and 13, I believe Ribéry. I mean Ribéry is a winger at the end of the day. So I believe Ribéry should have won it. So, like, as of how I feel like this player should have won it. So, right now, it does not matter. I feel the best player was Rodri and he won it and it's fair.
I
Because,
mean,
keep in mind, Ballon d'Or has three this thing contentions, like three criteria that they have to fulfill. First one is individual performance. Speaking of individual performance, if it's just down to individual performance, it's Cole Palmer this season at least, last season for what he's done with Chelsea. Team performance, team performance again over there. Cole Palmer is obviously ruled out because he did not do anything with England. Neither he did anything with Chelsea, obviously, because it's not his fault. And both Rodri's team and Madrid both achieved. And then there is what is the third thing? Fairness or something,
fair
spirit
play,
of
fair
play.
play, fair
Yes.
play.
Let's be real. Vinicius does not have that in him. The class. Rodri has much of it, and that's clearly a difference.
I mean, the third part is pretty unfair because how do you define fair play? How do you define fair play?
Not only fair play, even class.
And
Like
every
you
in football,
remember
you can't always be fair. That's what we realize.
Rodri,
That's why the dark
Rodri,
arts and all
Rodri,
have popped
Rod,
up.
Ro- Dark has popped up, but you saw like the way against Bayern Munich when Kimmich was giving him the ball. A person with class does
He
not do
was just
that.
trying to waste time, bro. That's like so normal. Like anybody would do that. If you were in that position, even you would do the same thing. I'm pretty sure about it.
When a person comes and gives me the ball in my hand, I'm not going to. It's class. It's class, and it's the criteria for their Ballon d'Or thing. And over there, probably Rodri triumphs over Vinicius, and he was the performer of the year for even Euros, the best player.
Who? Rodri. I mean, it. I mean, he didn't deserve the Euros Player of the Year. To be really honest with you, for me, I think Yamal was clear of everybody in that tournament. The way he performed for Spain, and the reason that he didn't get the award is because you can't give the young player of the year and the player of the tournament to the same player. It's never happened ever. So that was
Hmm.
obviously never
I
gonna
mean,
happen.
everyone is to their opinion, but at the end of the day, who had the award? Rodri, right?
Yeah, but he
It's an
wasn't the
accolade
best
for
player
Rodri,
in
right?
Spain. I mean,
He
everybody knows
had
that
the
he wasn't
accolade,
the best
right?
player. Which
But he got the thing,
There's
right? He
that
got the thing,
Carvajal won
right?
every trophy. Carvajal has all the accolades.
Carvalho did not
Carvajal
win
should have won the Ballon d'Or.
I mean, I argue that Carvalho also has a great case, but then Rodri also has a case. It's not the way Madrid fans are crying and saying, it's a robbery. It's not a daylight robbery. It's nothing. It's a fair result. If
It's not
Vini had won it, it
fair.
would have been a fair. If
It's
Vini
not
had
fair.
won it, it
Then
would be
why
a
do you
fair
think
result.
Real Madrid boycotted the ceremony? Why do you think Real Madrid
Because Real
boycotted the
Madrid is
ceremony if you think it's fair?
that club. That club has some kind of ego issues. I don't know. Because they probably thought and they were celebrating that Vini winning, Vini winning, and then suddenly Vini does not win, and their arch rival just beat them 4-0. I mean, it's a
Yeah,
lot for a
but
club to take in a week.
forget the La Liga result, forget the El Clasico result. That doesn't come into play here. It's mostly just about the result.
Yeah,
The
again, that just shows the class, right? That just shows the class, right?
class of who?
The
Real
club
Madrid.
and the players.
Bro, Real Madrid is the most
Because
prestigious club in the world. You can't
yes, but
debate
then
that.
that does not that the club. Let's not talk about how they build the club, but that does not mean that that club has a lot of class, right? Because when you're talking about this thing, Ronaldo and Messi, they went over there regardless if they would win or lose. They went always and they clapped for each other. Even Neymar included, he also went for this awards. So it's like, why
Yeah,
does Vini have a
but
problem if this comes to
Messi
God?
and Ronaldo are totally different, man. Like both of them were competing at the top level. Both of them were
Exactly. So
basically
Vini
gonna
also
win alternate years. It was quite
So
obvious.
Vini is also competing at a. Messi won four in a row, by the way. Let's not forget in the rivalry, Messi had won four in a row, and Ronaldo went
Yeah. Yeah, Ronaldo went, but it would make sense.
exactly
But
four in a row. It's like 4-1.
you can't compare. See, Vinicius and Rodri are different positions compared to what Messi and Ronaldo. Messi and Ronaldo are like almost the same position, meaning
But
just
then,
alternate
so
wings,
you're saying
left wing,
midfielders
right
should
wing.
never midfielders should never win the award. Then why are midfielders and
I'm not
defenders
saying a
even playing?
midfielder shouldn't win the award. I'm saying that Rodri was good. He was. I'm not saying he's bad. He was obviously for City. He was quite integral in their Premier League hopes, and especially even in the Euros. But in my opinion, I don't. If you take Rodri out of the Spanish team, I still think that Spain win the Euros because I think tactically they were much superior to every team,
And
and the way they
I
played
feel
football also they were very superior. We
if
saw
you
in the
take
final
Vinicius
also,
out of
right?
the mud,
Rodri was taken off in the
but
final, and still they
But
won the game.
If you take Vinicius out of that team, even Vinicius, I feel Real Madrid are winning the league.
League, yeah, but
Arguably the
Champions
whole.
League, no way. I don't think they win without
Yeah,
Vinicius in the Champions League. With
they they
Rodrigo
they,
only,
they,
no
pro-
way. No way they're winning.
they probably win the Champions League. They probably win the Champions League. I
Nah,
mean,
nah, nah. No way.
Bayern Munich
Against
they won
Bayern,
because Joselu.
against Bayern, who makes that run which Cruz plays
But
the ball to? I don't think Rodrigo can make that run.
who
I think
won the
Vinicius
game?
has that ability.
Joselu. Who won the game for them? Joselu, not Vinicius. Joselu did win the game for them.
Yeah, but in the first leg, who did score the goal to make it 1-1?
I
Or else they
mean,
would have won out.
That ball by Cruz was magical, wasn't it?
Yeah, but then the player also has to be. Bro, it can be Nicholas Jackson getting onto that ball or Darwin Nunez getting onto that ball, and we all know where the
Nicholas
ball
Jackson
ends
is
up.
getting to that ball and is scoring that goal. Probably at the
Last
final
season,
position,
no.
he might not.
Last season, no.
Last season,
Last
he might
season,
not.
no.
But this
This
season,
season,
again,
yes.
he improved, right? That's not the point, bro. That's not the point over here. Like, I don't know. I feel like I mean, City and Madrid is a 50-50 game, so you cannot even argue about that shit, okay? Like, you cannot say, like, Madrid were the better team, that's why they beat City. It's like both the teams were equal, and penalty is basically God's hand. Like, I feel like penalty is a coin toss. Whichever team is lucky on that day gets it. So like you cannot argue that there was much of difference over there.
Yeah, difference I'm not
And
saying, but I'm saying that if you take
if
Rodri out of City, maybe yes, I agree with you that Arsenal do win or Liverpool do at least win the Champions League, sorry, the Premier League. That is quite obvious. But I'm saying that in another context, if you take Vini out of Real Madrid do not win the Champions League. It's quite obvious, man.
if you take Vini out of Real Madrid, Real Madrid would have another player like Mbappe or somebody
Mbappe is
else.
not there last season. Mbappe isn't there last. If Vini was injured last
No,
season, do you think Real Madrid win the Champions League? Be honest with
probably
me.
you never know. You never know. Let's be real. For the first 2 months, they did not even this thing. Uh, for the first few matches, they did not even have Vini. Vini missed 12 matches, bro. 12 matches.
Only 12, bro. Still they won, right? I mean, Bellingham, yeah, he did
And
carry. I agree with you on that.
if Rodri
Bellingham obviously
misses,
was very key.
if Rodri misses 12 matches, City are not winning that league. So it just shows how integral
Yeah,
City.
because
I
the
mean,
Premier League
Rodri is
is
to
more
this team.
competitive, bro. Last season, La Liga, Barca were on their downfall. You had Atletico
Uh,
also, who were struggling in
But
the league
yeah,
in a way.
exactly. So in a league where you don't, it's not even competitive. You can focus way more on the Champions League side. If La Liga was a bit more competitive, maybe Real Madrid is not even winning it with Vinicius Junior. When you
I
don't
don't
have to
know.
focus on your league as much as other like City had to focus on the league and the Champions League at the same time, which is very difficult to do. Real Madrid already knew that they are winning the league, so their sole
Yeah,
focus was the Champions League. So there's no point of arguing.
I don't know, man. It's pretty difficult actually. I think both of them are important, but I think Vinicius is a bit more important than Rodri. Because Rodri, you can replace him. Can you replace
Uh,
Vini?
yes, you can replace Vini. Yes, you can
Bro,
replace Vini.
who was performing for Real Madrid in the knockouts of the Champions League? Who? Vini.
Cruz.
I'm saying output, bro. Cruz was obviously in the midfield. That's a different role. He was dictating the tempo. And probably if Germany had to win the Euros, I think Cruz would have probably won the Ballon d'Or because I think the emphasis they lay on international trophies is very high. But I still feel
If
Vinicius was very key for Real Madrid in the knockouts, especially. He offered that
I
output,
feel
meaning
like
that way, like where they could easily play the ball to him and they could easily score a goal. That's I think that's you can't buy that in football.
I feel like if Vini had done well with Brazil, 100%. I cannot even argue. If he had even taken Brazil to the finals, 100% give the Ballon d'Or to Vini. He deserves it. He didn't. He didn't do any of it. With Real Madrid, he did it. Yeah, fair enough. But then, how difficult is it?
I mean, see, the even yesterday when they announced the Ballon d'Or, and then before who was it? George Weah, I think, right? Who announced the Ballon d'Or winner? Bro, everybody when
I don't know.
the thing was speaking about Vini, bro, they were like Vini, 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 and then go to see Rodri
I
win.
mean, yes,
That
because
shows that
fans I think
everybody knows that he should have been the rightful winner.
no fools can have an opinion.
What do you mean fools
That
whenever?
does not mean
Bro,
that
Vini
does not
was
mean anything.
deserving of it.
That does Vini is an attacker and people like to watch attackers. People
So that's
who
why he should
actually care
win.
about
That's the reason he should win.
but Ballon d'Or should be given to the best player,
But Rodri isn't
best
the best.
footballer.
How is Rodri the best player in the world? How is Rodri the best player in the world? Be honest with
You
me.
remove him out of that City side and City does not win the league.
Yeah, but
You can
did
see how
City
much
win
a
the
City is
Champions League
struggling.
even though Rodri was there? Did City win the Champions League?
They lost on penalties. Penalties.
Yeah, but still, I mean, City. See, to be honest, Real City played very well in the first leg. I loved it. I'll be honest with you. Even as a Madrid fan, they played very well. They dominated. Somehow, I don't know how we made it 3-3. Thank you, some bangers from Valverde and Camavinga. Somehow we made it 3-3. But I'm saying that in the second leg, City were playing at home, and everybody wrote
Yeah.
Real Madrid off because last season we all remember what happened when we traveled to the Etihad and we got spanked 4-0 by Man City. And the context coming, the whole narrative coming to that game was that Real Madrid are gonna get squashed, and then somehow we managed to take a result at their home ground. We were able to get a result. That was insane.
Yeah, I mean, when you're with 8 players at the back and fighting for a tie, it's not that difficult, is it? And
Yeah,
then
but I'm saying,
Real
even
Madrid
didn't
were
we do
playing
the
for
same
penalties.
thing? Didn't we do the same thing 2 years ago? Meaning the year prior, and then we lost the tie easily to City 4-0 in the second leg.
Real Madrid, they won it on penalties, so you cannot even say that Rodri, like, they lost to Real Madrid. Like, it's not a big deal, bro. They lost to Real Madrid, but City was the better team in both the legs. It was penalties. It's penalties where they lost. Thanks to Lunin. If it was not for Lunin, you all probably wouldn't have this thing. And thanks to those two City players to give us easy sitters in Lunin's hands. So I don't know what they did.
I don't know, man. It's thing. But let's okay, fine. Got a comment over here. Think about Bellingham. So what's I think Bellingham also was a very deserved candidate. I feel for the Ballon d'Or. I think he also
I
could have
feel
easily won
Bellingham
it.
was a deserved candidate, but
The
if
problem
he
was
had
that
won it,
England
we
was
think,
so the problem was that England
yeah,
was so abysmal during the Euros that any shot of Bellingham winning it was probably erased. I think after the tournament.
exactly. I mean, if they had won the Euros, I think Bellingham would have had a shot
Oh, definitely. If they had to win the Euros, then definitely, bro. Bellingham
because
would
he
have
even
easily won
assisted
it.
Cole Palmer for his goal, I believe.
Yeah, he was the guy who assisted.
So obviously the stats speak for themselves, and then
Yeah, but
what
I
do you
think
like
Bellingham,
Bellingham?
the problem was that in the knockouts he didn't play well for Real Madrid, and then that's the moment where everybody realized that I
Yeah.
don't think that nobody backed him then after that for the Ballon d'Or. Everybody was like,
I mean, the thing
nah,
is,
we don't want
Bellingham
to
was
back
playing
him.
off out of position in that team. Many a times, Bellingham was having a bad game, and then he just scores a goal, and then suddenly that bad game is, you know,
Yeah, but that's
covered.
elite. Only elite players can do that, right? Meaning have a bad game and then you manage to score. I think that's the very rare, ability that few players possess in the world. Because most players, when they have a bad day, they're just missing every shot they take. To be
And
honest,
that's
that's how
fair.
most of the players in the world are.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I mean,
so I don't know, but
in my opinion, it's not a robbery, not at all. It's it could either be Vini. It could there were five candidates, either Vini, either Rodri or Martinez. Martinez had a big shout, won the Copa America, won the Syria, and was the
player
top
of
goal
the
scorer
tournament
in both
also.
the
I
yes,
think he was top. No, he was the top goal scorer. Player of the tournament was James Rodriguez. I think. Yeah, yeah.
yes, and top goal scorer. That
Top
guy
goal
also
scorer. Yeah.
deserved it.
I think the problem with Lautaro was that Inter got knocked out early. I think right in the Champions League. So then his
Yeah,
shout of even that if he had to make it to at least the semis or even the final like they did in 2023, I think Lautaro would have definitely been the favorite. At least the joint favorite, maybe with maybe these other two which you are speaking about.
I feel if Lautaro had a PR team behind him, he would have surely been there.
PR, even I don't think, but to be honest, will a Serie A player ever win the Ballon d'Or unless they win the Champions League or some major international trophy? I doubt, to be honest. Because when was the last time a Serie A player even won the Ballon d'Or? 2007 Kaka.
Hmm.
So it's been how many years? Just imagine. It's
And
been
I
like
see
17 years.
wait, I mean, I'm sorry, but this is a random thought. I see people complaining about how who's that guy, right? Okay, I forgot his name.
Ooh.
Oh, people are saying like Xavi, Iniesta, and all these greats have not won the Ballon d'Or, and Rodri has won the Ballon d'Or. That is just such a stupid argument to have when Rodri is literally it's first of all different time, different eras. If there was no Messi and Ronaldo, Xavi and Iniesta are definitely having a Ballon d'Or each. So like stop
Probably
complaining
multiple
about
Ballon
that.
d'Ors.
Yes, stop complaining about that. And then, second of all, if there was a Messi and Ronaldo in this era, putting out the numbers that they used
Hmm.
to, there's no chance Rodri was going to win it. Like 50 goals. If Vinicius had scored 50 goals this season, I was not going to argue. I would be like, yeah, he deserves it. Whatever. And then after, then this same argument I'm going to counter. Like, then even Neymar did not win the Ballon d'Or. And Vini is not half the play of Neymar, let's be real.
Yeah, but then the problem is that, like how you said for Rodri, it's like different eras. Neymar had like Ronaldo and
I-
Messi to compete with. Who does
Exactly,
Vini
exactly. But
have, to be
I'm
honest?
just talking about how like some people are trying to get that narrative over there, right?
A
Might as
narrative
well.
that I understand, definitely I 100% understand. Meaning, it doesn't make sense to compare. How can you compare a player from a different generation to a player of another
I mean, yeah,
generation when the
yes, yes, yes.
everything is
I
different?
remember.
Football has changed also now.
Yeah, I remember you yesterday crying about that. Iniesta
What?
did not win the thing. Xavi did not win the thing.
Because I feel Rodri right now, I don't think he's the best midfielder in the world.
Who is better than Rodri?
Who is better? Palmer?
Again, Palmer is at the attacking side of it. Rodri is at the defensive. He's a
Valverde?
holding player.
Valverde?
Valverde is a good shout, but I don't see him being better than Rodri. Honestly, like I
KDB
feel it.
also. When KDB is fit and firing, KDB is a much better
When
player
when
than
when
Rodri.
KDB is fit and fine, but KDB was not fit and fine last season. Played very less matches.
Hmm.
Valverde is a good shout. I believe Valverde was ranked way below. Let's look at the Ballon d'Or ranking. Like for me, it could be either Vini or Rodri.
KDB is good, yeah, that I agree with. Quite obvious. I mean, KDB on his day probably probably the best midfielder I think in the world also, definitely. Problem is his fitness has been very bad over the past couple of years, so
Yes, but
that's the reason that
he was
he's
not
not
fit
been
last
in
season,
the
right? He did not play
consideration.
the entire last. I mean, he did not play. I think majority of the season. He just came at the end, and
Yeah,
even
and the
with
problem
Belgium,
was
it
that
was
he
not a great run.
KDB was there. I think couple of times he was top three. I think he was on the podium. I think 22 and 21. I think he was there on the podium both years. I think 22 he finished
Mm.
third behind Mane and Benzema, and 23 no 21 I think he was also there. Or was it 23?
I
I don't
think
know.
he had
21.
he had his best season in 22, right?
22. Yeah, but the problem is that they didn't go deep right in the Champions League, so that costed KDB in the end. That they didn't win the
Mm.
Champions League that year. And the year that they won, Haaland was the best, but unfortunately they had the World Cup, so Haaland couldn't win it.
Mm.
So that was a bit sad. Even last
That's
year's
a bit.
Ballon d'Or, to be honest, even last year's Ballon d'Or was very controversial in a way. I mean, obviously Messi has
Yeah.
more fans than Haaland, so maybe Messi winning it didn't cause a
Yeah.
lot of controversy compared to if Haaland had to
I
win.
mean, I also do believe that Haaland deserved it last year. So
Last year also, see, to be honest, last year
I
was
mean, I mean, I mean, I
difficult.
mean, like
It's not that easy.
there's no point of arguing also about who should win that Ballon d'Or, because look at this list. This list is a fucking joke. Like at number 5 they have Haaland.
What? Yeah, number five.
How can you have Haaland at number 5 and Martinez at where's Martinez?
Martinez was fourth, right? I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Seventh.
What, he was seventh? He
Martinez
should
is
have got top
seventh. This
five,
this
bro. He should
li-
have
this
got top five.
exactly. First of all, the top four is proper. You could put it in any order, and I feel like it's okay. The top four is okay. It could be in any order. I don't mind that shit. Martinez 100% should be in top five, and then you can put him anywhere in the top five. Again, I would not mind. Haaland at five, shocking. Then I would put Cruz at
Yeah, I think
six.
Cruz definitely deserved a top five in my opinion. Cruz. Top
Yes,
five,
but
maybe at
then
least at least top six. At least top six. Like worst case
top
scenario,
six
at least top
exactly.
six.
Yes,
Bro,
that's what.
Cruz was integral for Real Madrid last year. I don't think without
Mm,
him we would have definitely not won the. He was, I think,
exactly.
as important as Vini. Definitely.
Mm. And then this
Nobody
joke
else.
man and then I don't understand how this team manage I mean how they make this Ballon d'Or rankings. They put Fede Valverde at 17th.
Seven,
N-
bro.
Nico Williams and
You're
Lamine
taking
Yamal
just taking a
and Luke
piss.
Man. Let's
What?
look at the players above
Look.
Valverde. Harry Kane is above him, which okay I can take the argument, but no. Foden is above him, no. Viritz is above him, okay I'll
Wait,
argue
I'll,
with
I'll
for
share. I'll
Viritz.
share the screen. I'll share my screen. See here.
Okay.
So we got Rodri in first, Vini in second, Jude in third, Carvajal in fourth, wait, Jude in third, Haaland fifth, Mbappe sixth, Lautaro seventh, yeah, okay, fine. Yamal, you could understand eighth, but how is Yamal ahead of
But I don't
Palmer
see Yamal
and
exactly.
who's missing?
No,
Somebody is
no,
missing
no.
from
Yeah,
there.
I
Ah,
mean,
Foden.
see,
How is he ahead of Foden as
Yamal
well?
is Yamal is ahead of Palmer just because of his Euros campaign. If it wasn't for Euros campaign, then it's just a PR thing. I feel
Hmm.
100% Fede Valverde should be in the top seven, above Lamine Yamal.
Yeah, it doesn't make, bro. It doesn't make sense. How is Mbappe? Okay, how is Mbappe sixth ahead of Lautaro Martin? What did Mbappe do? Mbappe
Mbappe
do.
should be way below. Exactly, this just
Mbappe
shows
didn't even score a
how
goal for France in the
exactly
Euros.
this just shows how useless this award rankings are and how biased it is.
It's a joke, bro.
So
Like
there's no point.
how?
There's no point of stressing over this. Like
Wirtz,
Fede
Wirtz
Valverde on
is 12th.
17th.
How is Wirtz 12th? You saw Wirtz, bro.
Exact.
Leverkusen won. Everything happened, and then, bro, how is Wirtz 12th?
Uh, this guy says Yamal is performing better for his age if you think about it. Yes, he's performing very good for his age, but then there is the under 18 awards, the Golden Boy awards, and all that other awards, right? You're playing professional football here. Your age should not be a thing. Either you're good or you're bad. You cannot put things into context like that. Palmer is the best. Palmer had the like his first professional season as a full-time player. He had the best one. So then Palmer is the best player by that logic.
I think they just give so much emphasis on international tournaments. And
Mm,
France, I don't know, French football gave a lot of emphasis on Mbappe. Bro, how is Mbappe in the top six?
Mbappe is a
How?
joke. Mbappe is a joke.
How is he
Vitinha
ahead
is a
of
good
Cruz? What
shot.
did Mbappe do last season?
Exactly.
What?
I don't understand how Danny Olmo makes goes in top 13. Really.
Barcola was more influential than Mbappe in the Champions League. To be completely
Exactly.
honest.
Mm.
How?
Look at this. Look, man. I don't understand how do. Uh, okay, Phil Foden, I can argue finishes above Fede Valverde. Lamine Yamal, I don't understand how finishes above Fede Valverde. Lookman, I don't understand how finishes above Fede Valverde. Nico Williams, how does Nico Williams finish above Fede Valverde? This is a joke. Granit Xhaka, okay, I'll take the argument for Granit Xhaka above Fede Valverde.
Hmm.
Harry Kane, I don't know. Harry Kane is 50-50. Yeah,
I mean,
this is a joke.
it's weird. It's weird.
Fede Valverde should be above Mbappe. I think we have to agree on that, right?
Fede Valverde, yeah, I think based on last season, he won a. What did Mbappe win last season? He won a league one.
League
He
on
won a league one.
that league is always won by them.
I mean, yes, he did have good stats, but most of it came in league one only, right? And they don't give that. I don't think
Exactly.
that it's that big of a
He
league.
ghosted his team in the Champions League. Let's be real.
Hmm.
And he did not play well for France. All that hype.
I don't
I
think
don't think
Palmer is
Palma is
mid.
mid. We did not say that you think Palma is mid, brother.
Palmer is definitely not mid. He definitely has
Yeah,
Ballon d'Or
bro.
winning potential. Just in the right team, I guess. So yeah,
Yamal is performing better for his age, but
yeah, same
I
comment.
mean, yeah.
We took that.
Uh,
But see,
mm.
how is Hummels in the top 30? Hummels, Grimaldo,
Exactly.
Vitinha.
I mean, I feel Hummels just had the two good performances and he's being carried by those two good performances. It just goes to see the recency bias and where you performed. Because realistically, not all these journalists are watching all the matches, right?
Hmm. True.
It's just based on that. Because Danny Olmo on 13 is, I don't know, ridiculous in my opinion. Fabian
Yeah, I
Ruiz
don't
should have a
understand.
better shot than him.
Dani Olmo, I mean, yes, he did win the Golden Boot in the Euros, but that
I
shows
mean,
that how much
yes,
emphasis they lay on international tournaments.
but Fede Valverde had a way better season than Danny Olmo. Let's be real.
Definitely,
Lukman,
Fede Valverde.
Lukman over Fede Valverde. How can that happen?
How is Saka fine? Çalhanoğlu I can also understand because he did quite well for Inter. Emi Martinez makes sense. Declan Rice is
And
fine.
Gaikores is
Vitinha
not even
also
in
did
this
well.
list, by the way.
Who?
Gaikores.
Ah, but then that's a Portuguese league now, so I mean it's
That's the Portuguese
expected
league,
that.
but what he is doing over there is phenomenal.
Yeah, what he's doing there is phenomenal. That I get it, but now I don't think that they'll ever give that emphasis to other leagues. I think Neymar was the. I remember Neymar once he finished third on the in the Ballon d'Or playing in
Who is
Brazil. I don't think that'll ever
who is
happen again.
Artem Dovbyk?
This guy from Girona, I think he was
Oh,
one of the top goal scorers in La Liga. So that is okay.
okay.
That at least you
I
can
mean,
make
yeah,
an
fair
argument
enough.
for.
Vitinha 27, okay, good.
Look at this first comment over here, bro. Bro, Leva is better than Hummel.
Yeah, I mean, I'd agree. I mean, but last season Leva was awful. Barcelona fans wanted him out.
I know, but
Uh,
still, I think
like
yeah, but he didn't gain
like
anything, right?
I feel like there are so many players better than Hummels.
Yeah, but I don't know, man.
easily.
It's very confusing the way they ranked it. Yamal over. How can you put Mbappe over Lautaro Martinez after Lautaro Martinez won Serie A,
Exact.
which is a much better league
It is the
uh,
French bias, right?
the French league?
I mean, and there are so
Yeah,
many theories also why Vinicius did not win the award. First of all, one is that Real Madrid Super League thing because they tried to have the Super League, and you know.
yeah.
Then the other one is that because they don't want Vinicius to win the award before Mbappe.
Hmm.
They want Mbappe to win the award before Vinicius, which again, it's a theory.
That's a conspiracy. I mean, it
Yeah.
could definitely be possible because over the last few years, Mbappe has been favored. You can see from this ranking only that Mbappe is being favored.
Mbappe is favored heavily. Like he does not
If it
deserve to
was
be in the top 10.
If it
He
was
does not
Mbappe
deserve to
in
be in the top
Vinicius'
10.
shoes, then Mbappe would have won the Ballon d'Or. Definitely, no competition. Also, if he was in
Yeah,
Vinicius'
yeah,
place
yeah,
right
yeah,
now,
yeah.
easily, it's a
Probably,
Friends
probably.
award, given by a
Because it's
French
a French
magazine.
award.
Obviously,
Yes, and that's what.
that's the thing.
When was the last time a black person won the Ballon d'Or?
Ronaldinho, 2005, I guess.
Ooh, I didn't know.
Yeah, but that also
I
is
mean,
another that also was another controversial Ballon d'Or, 2005.
again, yeah. I mean, Thierry Henry also and Nemdad. Then
Gerrard also. Gerrard finished second that year after winning
which
the
year?
Champions League,
Okay,
2005.
Frank Lampard finished second, I believe.
No, that was 2005. Or was that four? I
Yeah.
don't know. One of those years. Yeah, maybe five. I don't know. Because Chelsea also were very pretty good in the league. So probably yes, maybe.
Mm. I mean, this just goes to show you how seriously you have to take the Ballon d'Or. Ballon d'Or.
I don't know. Ronaldo made a comment, right, saying that the Ballon d'Or isn't as prestigious as it once used to be.
It
Because now
never
it's all
was
about the
prestigious to
agenda
be.
that FIFA
It,
want to push.
it never was prestigious to be honest. The only reason why we gave it the credit because of the rivalry between between Messi and Ronaldo, and obviously the fans pull out things from here and there.
Yeah, I think nobody actually. I mean, I didn't watch football before Messi, Ronaldo, but I think before that, nobody used to actually care much about the Ballon d'Or. I mean, except for
Exactly.
maybe the Spanish teams, Real Madrid and Barcelona. But otherwise, I don't think anybody else, like in world football, used to mostly care about it. I think they should mostly care
I mean,
about either winning some, the domestic trophies or winning the Champions League. I think that was the key.
yeah,
Just because of this whole Messi, Ronaldo, argument, people brought these Ballon d'Ors into the, account and say, oh, whoever has more Ballon d'Ors is a greater player.
exactly. I
So
mean,
like that before Messi and Ronaldo, the greatest player of all time would have been Van Basten or
no, right.
Platini because they all had three Ballon d'Ors each. Both of them have three Ballon d'Ors each.
Yes. I mean,
So then they
at
should
the
be the
end of the
greatest of
day,
all time.
I mean, it depends, right? For me, like, if you ask me, like, who is my favorite footballer, it's going to be Eden Hazard. He made me love football. Like, whenever I watched him play, he played the best football. It just depends.
Hmm.
Like, Eden Hazard actually made me fall in love with football,
Yeah, you can
the
say.
way he played.
Your voice is not coming. I think some check your battery or something of your.
Whatever.
Yeah. But
Hello?
as I was saying, it's pretty biased, man, towards the French players. Mbappe in third. And wait, let me just share my screen. Let's look at one of the funny things that one of the French players shared over here. So we can see Karim Benzema posting this picture of Rodri and
Hmm.
Vinicius.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Who got fat and
Daniel,
retired.
who?
uh,
Karim Benzema?
yeah. Sinetro,
Oh,
we can't hear
Hazard.
you. Your
Hazard.
voice isn't coming. I don't know if you can hear us. But yeah. So, yeah, we can see Rodri and we can see Vinicius. And Benzema had put this
Now
picture,
you
so that
can.
shows that Benzema really cared that Vinicius should have won the Ballon d'Or. He
Hello?
really cared about that. Pretty obvious. And I think it's pretty interesting. Guys, who was
Can you hear me
watching the live
now?
stream, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to, see more arguments and debates like this. Because I think it's very interesting what's happened as Sinetro, continues to fix his earphones. Uh, so, any comments? Anybody you want to speak about? Any player, but in particular, any thing? 'Cause, we spoke about Bellingham, we covered Yamal. I think Carvajal we need to cover because I think we are not giving that importance to a right back like Carvajal. No,
I,
the amount of trophies that he's won the man of the match in the Champions League final as well, showing that he isn't just a flash in the pan. Me missing the penalty. Sinetro, uh, speak. Let's see if we can hear anything. So Sinetro's voice has apparently died, but until then, I'm thinking about what's interesting. The Ballon d'Or list was pretty interesting. That I'll give you for sure. Um, what else is there to discuss about? Tony Cruz also. I think Tony Cruz also could have won the Ballon d'Or. Him finishing ninth, I think, is a disgrace, in my opinion. As Sinetro goes to repair his earphone. So, guys, any comments you want to have? Any comments? Anything? Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Um, I feel Rodri did do well. The problem in Rodri had,
hello, you can hear
yeah,
me?
Sinetro.
You can hear me?
Nah, I can't. I can't hear you. Let's check if you can find. Check if your mic is working or something. I don't know.
Wait, wait, wait. I'll
To be
get that
honest,
again.
but what's other controversial? So yesterday's thing. So Yamal won the Youngest Player of the Year award, the Copa, the Young Player of the Year award. I think that was obviously pretty deserved. The only other candidate who could have fought him for it was Arda Güler, but unfortunately Arda Güler plays for Turkey and doesn't play for Spain. So it was pretty obvious that he was never going to win it. We can hear Sinetro. Can hear or cannot hear? Can you all hear Sinetro? I can't hear him. So I don't know. You're sure you can hear him? Can you all hear me? Guys, let's put a thumbs up if you can hear me in the chat. Okay, you can hear Sinetro. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Because I can't hear Sinetro, so it'll be pretty tricky for us to communicate if it's just one person who can hear you and the other person can't. As Sinetro continues to wander in his room, the room which has had a lot of activity occur in it over the last 24 hours. I mean, he was studying a lot, so I assume that's the thing. We can hear both. Okay, so the audience, Sinetro, they can hear both of us, but I can't hear you, and I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you, Ray.
But anyways, Yamal obviously won the Young Player of the tournament that we came across. Emi Martinez won the goalkeeper. I mean, who else was there who could actually compete? Um, he can hear you. Senator, you can hear me, but I can't hear you at all. I can't hear you at all. To be completely honest, I can't hear you at all. Um, so that I think we covered most of the things that we wanted to cover. For people are liking, guys, hit the. For of you all are watching the live stream, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Any player you want to speak about, anything you all feel. If you feel Vini deserve the Ballon d'Or, comment Vini. If you feel Rodri deserve the Ballon d'Or, comment Rodri. He can hear you, but I can't hear him.
Hello, hello.
Senator, you can hear me.
You cannot hear me now? Hello?
Can you hear me? Thumbs up if you can hear me. Speak something. I can't hear you.
Hello, 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 hello.
Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll leave the live stream. You just continue whatever people ask you. You take their questions. I'll come back soon.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep, bro. Like, I can't give a shit. Just say good night. Yeah, bye bye. And guys, fucking watching this shit.
Okay, hello everybody. Can you hear everything? Senator screen has blacked off. Son.
Hello.
So what son? Jungmin son. Jungmin son, he was injured half of the season. Spurs didn't have a great season last year, so there was no chance that he was going to win the Ballon d'Or. Obviously. Senator, you can hear me,
Yeah, I can hear you. You can hear me.
but I can't hear you. Some problem with the mic.
Oh, that's it. I mean,
I
sure.
can't hear it at all. I
Understand.
don't know how they can hear you. That's the problem.
Okay. Now, hello, hello.
Give your opinion. Let's okay, fine. Let's speak about my boy missed his chance. Okay. Let's speak about what's his
Hello,
name?
hello.
The player which I wanted to get. Yeah, Emi Martinez. So do you think Emi Martinez deserved the award for the the best goalkeeper in the world? Because I think some people are saying that he didn't deserve it.
What? Who did not deserve it?
Some people are saying that Emi Martinez didn't deserve the award. So what do you make of
Who?
that? Do you think
He
Emi
deserved
Martinez
it.
deserved the award?
Yes, 100%. Who else? Who else was getting that award?
No, I can't hear you.
What the
The
hell?
mic thingy, I think.
I'm getting my other headphones also.
Okay, forget about the thing. I think there's a problem with the technical difficulty. I don't know what we can do to fix it. We're trying our best, but I don't know
Who
what's the
else deserved
solution.
it?
Do I change my earphones? But I can't hear any. I can't hear what Sinetro is saying. And y'all are saying y'all can hear me.
Hello, you can hear me now?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Ah,
Not talking. Okay.
oh,
So as I was saying, do you think Emi Martinez deserved the award for the best goalkeeper?
yeah. Who else deserved it?
Who else deserved it? Lunin had a pretty good tournament with Real Madrid in the Champions League. Won the Champions League. Had to step in for Courtois. Did well.
And then after in the finals, what did they do?
What did they do? They won, right?
Who was
They
the
won.
goalkeeper?
Courtois.
Exactly.
Yeah. But they won. But they won. I mean, Lunin was important. You told me in the Man City game that if Lunin wasn't there, then we wouldn't win.
I mean, probably when Courtois would save those penalties. It's not about that. It's like,
Yeah. What is this? Yeah,
I
they
mean,
removed Lunin. Yeah, definitely. That I think we all know about that Lunin was
I mean, like,
removed. But I think Lunin did a very, very good job, man. I think you have to
he,
give him his flowers
he,
for that.
he did a very good job, and there's no denying in that. But then again, Emi Martinez was again. Aston Villa finished in top four. Who would have thought Aston Villa would be able to finish in top four
I
last
thought
season?
last season, who did I put in my top four last season? Obviously, Liverpool, City, Arsenal. I
There's
definitely
no
didn't
chance
back
anyone
Chelsea.
could
I
Aston Villa in their
definitely
top.
okay, fine. Yeah, I didn't put Aston. I put Aston Villa top five, six, not top four, not top four. I
People,
thought United
people,
got top four.
people even after the first game of Aston Villa, which they lost 5-1 or something,
Hmm.
everyone wrote them off.
I mean, yeah, Aston Villa. When yeah, they. I mean, everybody thought that Emery isn't the guy, right? To meaning do the job for them. Everybody thought that that's what they call faking it. Because after I remember, Gerrard also was the manager at one point, and then after that they
Exactly,
just took out Gerrard.
and then he came and he did what he did.
Then what do you call? Then Unai Emery came, I think last season, the season before that, and then he suddenly came in and changed everything for them.
I just saw a stat and Aston Villa considered 61 goals. So I don't know if the best goalkeeper should concede 61 goals.
61 goals last season.
Yes, yes.
No, you're
Just in the
kidding.
Premier League. Just in the Premier League, yes. 61 goals.
But I think what helped Martinez is that he won gold
The
with
Copa America, yeah,
Argentina.
exactly.
So
I
I
mean,
think
but
that
like,
helped his case a lot.
how much I would argue also? Like, I mean, like, it's okay. Like, last season was not a good year for goalkeepers.
Last
Maybe
season,
Ortega.
yeah,
Ortega
most of
deserves
the
a good
goalies were
job.
injured, right? Alisson also was getting
Yes.
injured frequently. Courtois obviously was out for half of the season, more than half of the
Courtois was
season.
out. Ortega was out. Lunin deserved his flowers. I feel
Yeah,
like
I
Lunin.
think who came second? Who came second after Lunin? I mean, before Lunin. So, but Lunin came third, and
Lunin
Martinez
came
came
third.
first.
Oh, Ortega?
No, no, not bro. Ortega. Are you kidding me?
Ortega had a great season. I love Ortega's season.
What is the? It's the Yashin Trophy, right? I think Allison. No, Allison didn't have a great season. Who
Hmm.
came
Good.
third?
Georgia
Let me
Petrovic.
just check. Shut up, bro.
Who?
Petrovic. What Petrovic, bro? What did he do? Let me share. Okay, so let's see here. So Shama came sixth. Mama Darsavili, whatever this guy is, who's going to Liverpool, he's come seventh. Diego Costa eighth, obviously in the penalty shootouts. We saw what he did. Kobel tenth. What the?
Koval, if you have won the Champions League finals, yeah, yeah,
Kobel tenth.
yeah,
Tenth,
that's a
bro.
joke.
He,
That's a
he
joke.
carried them to a final.
Yeah, that's what Koval is a joke. Diego Costa great eight, but Koval about Diego Costa any day.
Yeah, but how is Kobel solo? Kobel should definitely be above it.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
And you have
I mean
Martinez
the
first.
league.
Unai Simon second.
Who is
Was
Unai
he that
Simon now?
really that good?
Who is Unai Simon? I never saw his game, so I can't argue over that.
Spanish goalkeeper.
I mean, like, which team does he play for? Play for?
Athletic Bilbao.
I'm not sure. Let's see how much goals Atletico will consider. La Liga 2023.
25. Magnon fifth. How is Donnarumma fourth? Bro, what bias is
I
this?
mean, Donnarumma is just getting it away with because of his name. He has shambles after shambles.
How is Donnarumma above Kobel? How?
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Italy didn't
I
even make
mean,
it to the knockouts.
because because because,
Italy didn't
because
even make it to the
of
knockouts.
the name, I guess.
Name, yeah, that's the thing. PR and stuff. Magnon, okay, you can understand Magnon because France needed him in the to reach the semis. Otherwise, they would have definitely never reached the semis. So at least that is understandable in a way. Plus Milan
Yeah.
also he did quite well with them. Finished top four with them, so
Mm.
it makes sense.
I mean,
Otherwise, I
oh,
mean,
Bilbao only considered 37 goals.
yeah, but at the end of the day, it is La
La Liga.
Liga. So
I
it's
mean,
not the
Bilbao,
Premier League or
nobody wants to
some
I
groundbreaking
mean,
league.
I
I
mean,
mean, at least
Bilbao, like,
Lunin performed in the Champions League, so he has some case to him,
yeah,
for
yeah.
him at least. And plus, he had to step in. He's the second goalkeeper, not the number one.
I
Who
mean,
won it?
yeah, I
The
mean,
year before, I think Allison won it, right? The 2020. Was it Allison? I remember Courtois won it once.
Flora Courtois only won it that year. Oh, Edison, maybe.
Yasin Trophy history, let's see. History. Who the hell is this guy, man? Yasin. Yeah, Martinez had won one, two times.
Oh, two times, you
Yeah.
know.
And
Oh,
Mendy, no,
yeah, yeah,
Mendy
yeah,
never
yeah,
won it.
because the same.
Donnarumma had won once also.
Edward Mendy won it once, no?
No, no, Mendy came second that year. He never won it,
That was sad.
unfortunately.
That was sad. I mean, yeah, I mean, what Donnarumma did in Italy was phenomenal.
Yeah,
Cannot
Allison won it
deny.
in the first. Allison won the first edition of it. That was 2019.
Fair.
Martinez, Aston Villa goalkeeper, Ron Wilson makes history. Well done this. So yeah, it made sense. I think Martinez deserved it in my opinion. I think nobody would have, no, nobody could have won it except Martinez probably because I think he was the guy who did well with Aston Villa, got them top four also, pretty
Mm,
important to them. And
yeah,
you can see right now also in the Champions League, he's been performing well. And for Argentina, obviously we know that he's a mainstay. Probably, I think the if you had to make a list of the most important players for Argentina, Messi first, Martinez, both the Martinezes I think come second and third. Well, which order? I think for me, Emi Martinez is more important than Lautaro Martinez because I remember which game it was Ecuador, I think, right, where it went to pens and again he
yeah.
saved Argentina
I mean,
in the Copa America.
I saw a meme, and in that it showed the reason why Argentina helped to Copa America and won World Cup, and it was like where this thing, uh, who was Arsenal's first choice keeper before Martinez?
Uh, what's his name?
Leno, I believe.
Aaron Ramsdale.
No, Leno.
Before him, yeah, Leno.
Yeah. So it was like Leno was injured and Leno was going on a stretch, and it's like at this moment, Argentina won one World Cup and two Copa Americas.
Yeah, I mean, since Martinez came in, no, it's a change for them.
Exactly. That's what.
Martinez came in which year? 2000. I think the first year he came in only as a first choice goalkeeper after Arsenal
Exactly.
sold him. I think after Arsenal sold him to Villa, and then after that he suddenly changed his whole career around. Now he's considered to be one of the best goalkeepers in the world.
Exactly.
In the
The
world.
first time Martinez came, Argentina won their major trophy.
Yeah, yeah. I remember which one game. Which was that game? In one of the knockouts only. I think it was against
What?
which team does this guy play for? What's that guy's name, man? One of the strikers. The tall guy. I forgot his name. I think Colombia only. Probably Colombia. Yeah, against Colombia. They had
No,
one
no,
game against Colombia, and he saved them in the Copa America semi-finals or the quarterfinals in 21. And I think from there he
mm,
got his reputation of that penalty, that shot stopper in the
yeah.
penalties. He's the reason why Argentina have a World Cup. To be
I mean,
honest.
he's pretty good. I even remember that incident where it was his first season in Aston Villa, I believe, and Ronaldo had come to Manchester United, and I think they had not decided on who the penalty taker was,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
had given
Bruno took it, I think.
the penalty to Bruno, and Martinez
Uh,
was trash talking over there like, you come." He's challenging Ronaldo to come over there, and then we know what Bruno did.
yeah, yeah.
He's a great. He's a penalty specialist, you can say, Martinez.
Yeah. I mean, Martinez, I think there's no argument around it. I mean, he
Exactly.
deserved it.
Who
If you
who
go to
who
see
else?
who won coach of the tournament, I think was it Ancelotti? I think right, who won
Ancelotti.
coach.
Ancelotti won the coach of the tournament. I mean, no argument over there also.
Yeah, he deserved it though, Ancelotti. I mean, who could have won it? I mean, it's not coming here on the screen because I didn't search the right thing. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty deserved. I think on Ancelotti's side also
Coach of the
to
year,
win
I
it.
think that's what you're going
What is this Guardiola's coming? If Vini would have won the Ballon d'Or, it would have been more than well deserved. Like last season with Erling Haaland, he didn't win it. Erling was there, he was happy and congratulated Messi and okay, let's try to do next season.
If
I
if Vini would
mean,
have won the Ballon d'Or, it would have been more well deserved. Oh, Guardiola said that. I mean, like last season with
I,
Hurling.
I
Well, fair
mean,
enough. Each one to their own opinion.
he
I
played
believe that.
Vini, so he knows Vini is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Rodri does make sense, but I think we should speak about Carval. I think we didn't give Carval his flowers, bro. The season that Carval had is one of the greatest seasons that a right back will ever have. I think, as
I
a
mean,
thing, meaning as a team player, properly. Because
yeah.
Carval won the Champions League, won the Euros, won the Player of the Match in the Champions League final, won La
Hmm,
Liga. What
hmm.
more can a right back do? What more can a right back do?
I mean, again, then football is obviously, you know, biased to
What?
the attackers.
I mean,
But
yeah, but what more can he do in
2019,
his position?
nothing. I mean, like, I feel Carvalho also great shot. If Carvalho won it, it would be a great thing.
I mean,
He deserved
Carval,
it
see,
very much. Like what he did last
Carval
season was
first,
great thing.
first he was important for Real Madrid in the Champions League. Without him, I don't think that we would be able to beat City the way we did because I think City would have easily been able to exploit our right back. You saw the game in La Liga where Vasquez played right
No,
back
no,
against Barcelona.
I'm
Bro,
not
we got
denying that
spanked.
Carvalho
We
should.
got spanked by Yamal. Yamal was
Exactly.
dancing over there, bro, on the wing.
I'm not denying Carvalho should have been there over there and probably should have also won. But then again, you can argue even
Yamal and
2019
Rafinha.
Van Dijk deserved to win the Ballon d'Or. But I mean, that season again, people are arguing like Van Dijk, Messi.
If
But
I
then
think if Van Dijk won the Premier League that season, I think he would have won the
I
Ballon
think they
d'Or.
won
I
the
think he
Premier
was
League,
just
but not.
unlucky to miss out on that by 1 point.
Oh yeah.
Because if he won
The
his
thing,
league, I think definitely.
Messi had one of the best seasons again, bro. That season Messi was magical. They lost
I
to
mean,
Liverpool,
in
right? Though I mean, he did everything he
yeah,
could in
but I
that
think he was
Champions
carrying Barca. He was the only hope
League.
that Barca had in that whole team. Nobody was on the level of Messi. Not even half the level
And
of
then
Messi.
Messi left, and we saw what happened to Barca. Just crumbled.
I mean, towards the end, it got very bad. We saw
Yeah,
all those Champions League games. That game against Bayern basically exposed the whole club. That
exactly.
which position they are in, and they are not the Barca of old. At least now they're rebuilding though. Obviously, they had
Yeah.
to sacrifice Messi in the process, but yeah, Barca at least are rebuilding. But it's not about Barca; it's about Carvalho. What more can a right back do? To be honest, he's
I mean,
won this
nothing.
trophy. He's won
I'm not
every
denying.
trophy. He was man of the match in
Carvalho,
the final. He scored in the final.
Carvalho probably deserves it, and I'm not going to like deny that.
Yeah, but
No, but
to be
again,
honest,
then
if you're saying Rodri deserves it, which I can obviously see a world in which Rodri wins the Ballon d'Or, and obviously he did win it. It did make sense also in some way. Obviously, the way it happened, I was not pleased with it because they announced Vini would be the winner, and then at the end, Vini didn't win it. But
mm,
I think Carvajal, I think he's done more to justify the Ballon d'Or in his position than Rodri has done as a midfielder in his position.
yeah, 100%.
Because he's won everything. He's won his domestic league, he's won the Champions League, he's won the Euros. It's not like he's been just a player in those teams like Jorginho was in Chelsea.
100% Carvalho probably deserves it, and I don't know why
Yeah,
he
I
did
think
not win it. Should have won it.
it's a little bit unfair on him because what more can a right
Yeah.
back do unless you're just
Because,
assuming that he does Trent numbers and he's gonna score
yes.
50 goals or something.
I mean,
Not
it's
50,
more of
like
a
20
robbery
goals.
for Carvalho than for Trent. Let's be real.
Just so if Trent does the same thing what Carvalho does, you think Trent wins
I,
the Ballon d'Or?
I mean,
I think probably yes.
it's more of a robbery for Carvalho than it is for Vinicius. That's what I meant.
I mean, Vinicius, the reason that Vinicius would win it is because Vinicius is an attacker, first of all, and they always are biased towards attackers more than defenders. We saw that in the last how
I
many
feel
years
like
now.
it's a good thing to change it up, like because the best players are not always the attackers. Attackers attract more fans and they are more fans and they're more this and they're more that, but then they're not always the best players.
That is there. Every position is important in football, but I think attackers, yeah. People see at the end of the day, when you watch football, do you remember your goalkeeper saving a penalty, or do you remember your player scoring a last
Exactly,
minute winner?
exactly. That's how it is. But like again, then it's that is how it is, right? It's unfair to the goalkeepers and it's unfair to the defenders.
Yeah, but what can you do at the end, man? It's like either you. I don't know. I think in my opinion, right back will never win the Ballon d'Or. Any fullback will definitely never win the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
You either have to be a defender who does Van Dijk things, a striker who can basically win every trophy. That okay, fine. That is at least possible.
Probably risk
Or a
it for Trent
midfielder.
Alexander and win it,
Trent can, but the problem is Trent. If he comes to Madrid, he's gonna be overshadowed by Vini and Mbappe. Unless Trent pulls out some mad numbers and can even come close to matching them, like Vini and
Mm.
Mbappe, then probably he has a shout. Or maybe if he wins something with England and Madrid, then it's possible. But
Yeah.
I don't think that if it's he solely just plays well for Madrid, he's gonna win it. In my opinion, I don't think,
Yeah.
to be honest. So that's the thing. That's the problem that I have with thing. But I think yeah, among all these four players, I think anybody could have won it. Martinez definitely. Lautaro also had a very good shout. Problem is that
Yeah.
he plays for Inter. If he had to play for Barca or Real, I think he would have definitely been up there.
Lautaro finishing seventh is a joke, by the way.
Yeah, I think I think now, to be honest, I think I'll also stop prioritizing Ballon d'Ors. The way I've seen Ballon d'Ors in the past is like, oh, this guy has a Ballon d'Or. He's much better than that. I mean, not much better, but at least proven his worth at least a year in football, where he's actually won something, been the best player in his position and in the world. But I think now it's like, I don't know, man. Ballon d'Or's lost its
Only
prestige.
reason Ballon d'Or is hyped so much because Messi and Ronaldo. The fans just started digging it.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. The Ballon d'Or is not the same Ballon d'Or anymore. I think now football also is changing. Guardiola has come and changed the way we view football also.
Hmm. I mean, like, how the list is a joke. How can you put Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland over Martinez?
Haaland, at least you can make a case.
How can you
For
make a
Mbappe,
case
I don't think you can make any case. For
for
Mbappe, you
Mbappe
can't make any case.
and then there's Federico Valverde who finishes on 17th position?
It's a joke that
How
how
does
in
he
which
finish
world
on
is
that
Mbappe?
position?
Mbappe didn't even score a goal for France. He was
Exactly.
wearing a
And
mask for the tournament.
how does Cruz finish on 8th position?
That's the thing, right? It's crazy. I think there's a bias though. This is a bias to international tournaments. I think now we've realized that the Ballon d'Or, if you want to win a Ballon d'Or in an international year, you got to perform for your country. or at
Yeah,
least take them to a commendable position like a semis or final. Then at least will be considered for it.
exactly. I feel like
Yamal
this list
finishing
is
above Palmer and Foden, who've had exceptional seasons in their domestic leagues,
exactly
is a joke. Is a joke
because
based
Yamal,
on based on 1 month.
Yamal's Euro campaign was great, but his performance for Barcelona was not that great. Like, don't get me wrong, it was great, but like 5 goals and 5 assists. That's all. Meanwhile, Palmer had like 22 goals and 10 plus assists.
Palmer, I think Palmer at least deserves top 20 in the
I
Ballon d'Or. At
believe
least.
he's the top 15, but in the list, I don't
Nah,
understand anyone
15
who
no
puts the
trophies. No, it's the problem is he doesn't have any trophies,
exactly.
and he
That's
doesn't
the
have like
only.
those insane numbers like 30 plus goals or something. If he had like,
How
if
does
he was the Premier League top
Lookman?
goal scorer, if he was the
Huh?
Premier League top goal scorer, I think he would have finished
I
top
mean,
15.
he was second and he had the most goal contribution. He and Watkins. Watkins
Yeah, I
not even on
mean
the list, by the way.
Watkins. Okay, Watkins you can understand because they're much better players than him. Aston Villa also didn't win
How,
anything.
how does Lookman finish on 13th or 12th?
He won the Europa now and he scored a hat trick in the final. He beat the unbeatable team, Bayern
Oh, over
Leverkusen.
Palmer, over Palmer, over Palmer.
That's what I'm telling you. No, trophies are taken into such a big. No, they're given so much. But I was basically going through some journalists who voted for players, and they're like, I didn't vote for Vini and I didn't vote for Bellingham because they did nothing for their international teams. And then there's another journalist who said that I don't even remember what Vini did in the Champions League.
Hmm.
That's how recency bias works in football.
I mean, Lookman had a great season in Syria, but
Why do you
11
think
goals and
Messi?
7
Why do you think
assists.
Messi won the Ballon in 2023? Because of the World Cup. The World Cup is a
Yeah.
much bigger trophy than the Champions League. The Euros, I think,
I
also
mean,
is almost at par with the Champions League, if not bigger now, because it only
the World
happens
Cup is a
every
good,
4 years.
the World Cup is a good shot, but he has to even be good at the leagues, right? He wasn't that great in League One.
Yeah, but that's the problem no, with the Ballon d'Or. You can't. The problem is now I've realized that the Ballon d'Or before it used to be all about stats and numbers when Messi and Ronaldo were dominating. 60 plus
Hmm.
goals, 50 plus goals. Whoever gets more goals and we can win the trophy, Ballon d'Or's yours. Now it's
I
like
mean, and
it's much different now. Now it's like if you can just win trophies and prove that you're the best player in your team, you win the Ballon d'Or. That's how it changed over the past few
And back,
years.
back back then, it was just for Messi and Ronaldo for their thing to happen. What is that? To fuel that rivalry and for them to get their PR because all these Messi and Ronaldo fans used to watch it so much. And obviously, like who gives a shit about Ballon d'Or if it's not about Messi and Ronaldo? So obviously, I'm going to make Messi and Ronaldo the poster people over there and make sure that only they win.
Yeah. But Messi and
Uh,
Ronaldo, yeah, I think that's the reason it was hyped a lot because of Messi and
and
Ronaldo only.
2013, Ronaldo did not deserve it. Ribery did.
2013, to be honest, Ronaldo didn't even win a single trophy, and somehow
Exactly.
he still won the Ballon d'Or.
Exactly.
Two-
Ribery deserved it way more than Ronaldo. Had a great season. I don't know how he did not win it that season. Like,
You can say also in which other year? 2014 also you can say Ronaldo, but yeah, didn't deserve it because Neuer won the World Cup. It's the
exactly.
same scenario. It's the same scenario like what happened with Rodri now, where
Hmm.
Ronaldo won the Champions League. Ronaldo
I,
didn't
I,
play well in the World Cup. He didn't do well for his
I,
country, and
I
then
think I
Neuer
think
won
the
the World Cup.
2014 this thing they win in 2015. So 2015 Messi won it.
No, no, no. 15 was a different season. 14 was a different
No. 2014 you win in
World
this
Cup.
thing.
2014 World Cup was when it was before the Ballon d'Or ceremony. Because Ballon d'Or happens in November. World Cup was during the summer back then. Now only because of Qatar they changed it to December. But otherwise,
Yeah.
it's usually during the international break
No. 2014 World Cup happened before this thing, right?
before the Ballon
I,
d'Or.
I think the year that Messi came second in the World Cup was the year he won the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, Messi. No, no, no. It was the year after because Neuer came second. No, Neuer came third. Messi came second. Ronaldo came first.
Wait,
And then
let me check.
15, because Messi won the Champions League, they gave him the Ballon d'Or. Neymar came third that year,
Oh,
if you remember.
probably.
Ronaldo came second, and Neymar came third.
Wait, then
That's what I'm
how
telling you. No, it's a little bit
how did
unfair
Neuer
because the same thing happened to the opposite happened to what happened with Ronaldo when
how did
Neuer should
Neuer
have
not
won it
win
that
the
year.
I mean the Ballon d'Or should have won
What are you
it.
saying? Who?
How did Neuer not win the Ballon d'Or
Because
that
at the
year?
end of the day, he's a goalkeeper, and I think Neuer was one of those few goalkeepers who's made it to the
No, no,
podium. I
no.
think Buffon did it
No,
also
no,
one year, 2006.
Neuer 100% deserved it. Let's be real.
That's the thing, no. Football, the positions. If you're an attacker, it's way easier for you to win the Ballon d'Or. It's like you have a
Mhm.
90 to 80% chance of winning the Ballon d'Or.
I mean, that just shows how corrupt this media is.
Corrupt, that I agree with you 100%. Because now see the way they're looking at their view football is different. At least now the good thing, see, Rodri winning it is a good thing, but now the problem is that will it will a player again? Because next year they could do the same thing and change the criteria, and then next year suddenly you have like Mbappe winning it 5 times in a row or something, or Yamal
Oh,
winning it
yeah.
or something.
In a row.
Yamal
If
also could
Real
win
Madrid
it.
manage to win the Champions League and Mbappe manages to score even one goal in the finals, yes, he's winning it.
That
I
is
feel,
there.
I feel the conclusion should be that Ballon d'Or should not be given the weightage that it's been given. It's not worth it.
Ballon d'Or, yeah. Weightage. I don't
FIFA,
know. Now I feel no. It's a team sport. Football is a team sport. These individual awards don't matter anymore the way it used to matter. I also
exactly.
changed
I
my
mean,
view on
the
football.
only reason why people started giving up, caring about individual trophies is because of Messi and Ronaldo, the rivalry, and those two fan bases were ruling football. Like you either had to be a Messi fan or Ronaldo fan, and half of the people never even watch football, and they were like
Yeah.
Messi, Ronaldo, like CR7. Then what else? Like
Yeah, it was
Su.
that hype. No, they were like competing with each other. It was Real Madrid, Barcelona, El Clasico. That it was like one of the best games in the year. Everybody was looking forward to it.
Yes, and that is the reason why even this football, like UEFA and all these other establishments, also try to boost that rivalry as much as they could.
Yeah, yeah. That is
If
obvious.
because obviously things happen for that reason. Because I remember even in 2022, I believe during the UCL draw, they tried to put Real Madrid and Barcelona in the same pot, marketing as one last chance.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. So UEFA really knows about the money and the attention that Messi and Ronaldo gets to this sport, and they are very aware of it. So if they can make it biased and let these two people reach in the final, they will.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why the Ballon d'Or is so hyped. But I think now it's like I don't know, man. Like anybody can win
I
it.
feel
Just have one good year, anybody can win it.
exactly over the
That
year. I
doesn't
feel like
reward
Ballon d'Or.
consistency.
Over the year again, I feel Ballon d'Or hype will
Yeah, I'll
drop
give you good
completely.
examples. Hazard never won a Ballon d'Or. Salah will never win a Ballon d'Or. Neymar has never won because they've been clustered between two generations. They've been
Exactly.
in between the generation of Ronaldo and Messi and the generation of all these Mbappes, Yamals, and all these other young guys coming through, Vinis and stuff. And
And
they'll never win
yes,
Ballon d'Ors.
if there was no Messi and Ronaldo, Suarez wins at least one Ballon d'Or. He's
Suarez, yeah,
he's
Suarez won. Neymar definitely wins a couple. Then
exactly. Suarez
there was
hands
like
down one
Bale.
of the
Bale also
greatest.
could have won.
Suarez hands down the greatest striker. I don't feel anyone is better than him. Then there is
Lewandowski. Lewandowski, I feel
Lewandowski.
is better than Suarez.
I still argue for Suarez. I put a
Lewandowski
case for
could have
Suarez.
won two Ballon d'Ors. Lewandowski should have won 2020. That is obvious. That everybody knows it.
Suarez could have won three Ballon d'Ors. That too in the GOAT eras. GOAT era.
Lewandowski should have won, no? 2020 and
Griezmann could have
21.
won. Griezmann could have won. 2018, 2019. Hazard
Griezmann,
easily.
Griezmann would have won 16 and 18 if it
Exactly
wasn't
16,
for.
18, 18. But then Modric won it. Pretty fair.
Yeah. Then Iniesta and Xavi would have won each. I think one of them would
Iniesta
have
and
had.
Xavi would have won.
Definitely.
Never would have won two, three.
Ribery
Never.
would have had one.
River would have won one now.
Yeah, so I think everybody. See, the problem is Ronaldo and Messi have dominated for so long. No, now everybody feels that attackers could score 50 goals. It's not gonna happen. 50 goals a
Yeah,
season is like rare. It's very rare
I mean,
in
that's
football.
what they 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 even justified them winning the Ballon d'Or because they scored 50, 60 goals. And even if they did not have a trophy, you're scoring 50, 60 goals. It's crazy.
That's the
Like,
thing. No, like why did
I
Messi win in 2019? Why did Ronaldo win in 2013? Because they had those stats backing them. 50 goals, 60 goals.
that's what
It's a joke.
because
50 goals. A team now. Some teams are scoring 50 goals throughout the season.
that's what
That's how
I,
bad it
I
is.
remember. I remember I was so spoiled by this Messi and Ronaldo stats, right? When I thoroughly started following football, the like properly, like. I used to always follow football, but I never like thoroughly followed football. And I started
Hmm.
thoroughly following football in 2019, you can say. And then
Yeah.
I feel that season, somebody scored like 30 or 40 goals. I'm like, just 30 or 40 goals. I think Benzema only.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, why are they hyping this guy so much? Messi and Ronaldo score 50, 60 goals. And that time I realized like how spoiled I am by the standards, unrealistic standards. Because
Yeah. That's the
even
thing.
Jackson last season scored 14 goals. Good for a striker that he was not on penalties. And I was like, I mean, now I'm like, okay, this is good. Now I'm more rational about it. But like Messi and Ronaldo just spoiled us with the standards that they kept.
Yeah. Clearly. See, now the problem is no that it's never gonna happen. Never, you're hardly gonna see a player who's gonna win the Ballon d'Or without winning the Champions League, or at least winning the Premier League and being very important for in their team in the winning it. Very
Unless a
rare.
player can get 50, 60 odd goals.
It's not gonna happen, man. Only maybe Haaland, maybe Mbappe, but I don't think any
I,
other players ever gonna do it. It's not
I
that
feel
easy.
Haaland, Mbappe, Vini maybe.
It's very
Uh,
rare, man.
I feel goal and assist wise, Cole Palmer also has one
Yeah,
season in
but
him.
then he has to win something. The problem is if you don't win, unless you're like crazy stats, like how Messi scored some 91 goals in a calendar year or something. You have to pull
Yeah,
up those stats, then definitely are winning.
and yes, I mean that
Otherwise,
is
it's
like
a
really like you've just outperformed everyone.
you have to outperform now. That's the reality right now of football. You can't, you know, just
Bro, like
rely on
then
other
again, like
people.
Ballon d'Or, if you're talking about like again, it's an individual trophy, and then you're getting teams thing over here.
Yeah.
But it's an individual trophy, so we should not even be considering what the team has done over the years.
Yeah, but then they have to check whether you're winning, right? Otherwise, like anybody who just scores 50 goals, tomorrow this guy might score, Ivan Tony might score 50 goals in Saudi. Will you give him the
So,
Ballon d'Or?
but that should be the competitiveness, right?
Competitiveness, yeah, that I agree. But then there are like different criteria. That's the problem. It's not clear what the rules are. They should actually have like a FPL point system where they actually judge each player based on their points. And then whichever player has the most points, he wins the Ballon d'Or. That is at least much more fair. Because then you have
Hmm.
something to judge the players based on. Some grading
I,
system at least.
I feel like Ballon d'Or, like
Ballon d'Or is
100%.
bias. Anybody can win it because if you have the support of the the journalists and all the players, you're gonna win easily.
It has been given a lot of weightage just because Messi and Ronaldo, because Messi and Ronaldo fans needed something to argue about. That's about it. This award is not as important as it seems. People should not be losing their sleep and debating like us, two fools, about Ballon d'Or. Like
Yeah.
this award is useless. Like look at the list. Federico Valverde and 17. Lookman finishes above Federico Valverde. Fuck, this is stupidity.
What
Who's
did
voting over there?
what did Lookman do more than Valverde to justify his
Exactly.
place?
Valverde easily in top 8 or 9.
Valverde probably
Easily.
top three midfielders in the world
How?
easily.
How does Haaland finish above Tony Cruz? Which world are
I
we
have no
living in?
idea.
How does Martinez not finish above Mbappe and Haaland?
I have no idea.
This list is an absolute joke. How does Daniel almost finish over Cole Palmer? I mean, the international trophy, the only argument that he has in the top goal scorer.
Hmm.
So it's like
That
it
is
just
there.
goes to show how much jokes this list is. Like we can get so many like even last season, if you get the list, we'll probably criticize so many winners over there.
Hmm. I don't know. I think but I think one more topic that we didn't discuss a lot is that UEFA and Madrid, that problem which they have with each other. That's why Madrid boycotted the whole ceremony, right? That whole UEFA thingy.
I think Madrid were more pissed that Vini did not win it after like it being around in the news and all that Vini was going to win it. I mean,
Yeah, because
I thought that Vinny is going to win it, and one of my friends sent me a message like, Vinny is not going to win it. I'm like, you idiot, Vinny is going to win it. It's obvious, bro. Who else is going to win it? Like, it's already like out there. And then suddenly I opened Twitter, and then everyone is like, Rodri. Fabrizio Romano put a post, Rodri. You gotta believe Fabrizio Romano, right?
yeah,
That's what.
obviously.
And then I was
But
like, Rodri. And then I saw that also.
yeah, Rodri, I don't say he doesn't deserve it, but yeah, it was a little bit harsh. Winnie was harsh done because he was actually supposed to come. Everybody told him that he's winning it. He was supposed to come, and then last minute they're like, he's not gonna win it. And then Man
I
City
mean,
only
yeah,
informed Real Madrid
I,
about it.
I don't know if it's true, but during the confrontation of Gavi and Vini, I think Vini was like, "I'm going to win the Ballon d'Or."
I don't know about it. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know if it's true,
I
but
didn't see that. I don't know.
I've seen certain reels about it.
Hmm.
I don't know how true
What
it
else
is.
we can discuss? What do you think about this guy Eric Ten Hag getting sacked?
Just another game week they should have given Eric Ten Hag so that he could prove himself. You know,
Bro, I know why
I
you're saying
feel,
that. Bro.
I
You
feel the
wanted
second game
Chelsea.
too early.
You
The
wanted
second
Chelsea to
game
be
too
the
early.
reason he was sacked.
I mean, let's be real. No, I mean, okay, yes, that is part of a reason, but if you again put me in that position, like I'm sitting here, if you had to sack Ten Hag, might as well have sacked him before the international break. After the international break, he got your one result, then he drew, and then he lost. I feel the defeat in the previous match was not fully on Eric Ten Hag's hand. It was even partly the player's fault. Dalo should have
Dallo.
finished that shit. I don't know how does Dalo not finish it. And then the penalty was again a controversial decision by VAR. I feel it was not a penalty. It was a handball before that.
It was a close call. Very close.
I don't know what the
50-50.
referees are smoking. I mean, it was not 50-50. It was 100% Manchester United favors the referee again smoking some Zaza. Probably Manchester United fans paid the referee.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think United, the problem with them is that they have the see Ten Hag. Maybe if Ten Hag comments, some people don't particularly like it, but Ten
That
Hag, to be
there is
honest, his tactics
second
haven't been
suddenly
that
all
bad.
what?
See, in the West Ham game, his tactics were very good. They could have easily won that game. The problem is they didn't finish their dinner. They didn't take their
But
chances.
how does Dalo miss that?
It's a tap
You
in,
cannot
bro.
blame
He
the
doesn't
manager
even
for
have
that.
to do anything. Just tap it into the net. It's
Exactly.
a goal.
Now, if a player cannot do what he's supposed to do or like do such simple things that probably you would do,
Yeah,
you cannot blame the manager for that.
yeah,
A
yeah.
manager going
It's
to
not
tell you
his
how to
fault.
play. A manager cannot take you and play your game, right? You are going to add your game to it. Yeah, I feel like that I feel like he did not this was not the performance that he deserved his sacking for because it was not fully his fault. It was the team's and the unlucky call. But
Hello,
then again, who's the other guy? Then,
Ten
if he
Hag.
had to be sacked, he had to be sacked after the Aston Villa game.
Aston
100%.
Villa they
I'd
drew
agree with
right nil-nil. They drew
you. Yeah,
that game right.
yes.
Then
And he
why would you
deserved to be
sack him?
sacked because international break.
Yeah, but I think the problem is that United were also searching. I think they waited until the other manager who they wanted, and now it's come out to be Ruben Amorim, who they
Exactly.
wanted is ready to
Ruben
commit.
Amorim was, if Ruben Amorim was always available, right?
I think in my opinion, I think they missed the trick with Tuchel. They could have got Tuchel. I think they made a mistake.
I feel
They
like,
should have
but
sacked him earlier.
Tuchel and Ten Hag are similar managers, in my opinion. And
Yeah, they
I'm
are
happy
similar
that
managers.
I'm happy that they did not get Tuchel because it would hurt me as a Chelsea
But
fan.
Tuchel, I think Tuchel is a much more better tactician than Ten Hag is, and he's much more ruthless with his players. That is quite
Oh, yeah,
obvious. I think at Chelsea
I
we
mean,
all
that's
saw what
that's.
Tuchel
I mean,
could
he
do.
got the best of Mason Mount as well. So,
He can push play. Tuchel's thing is that he's a very aggressive manager. If you don't listen to him, he'll bench you. Who was
hmm.
that player? One there was a player at Chelsea also. He did the same thing too. I forgot who. I think Zuma or somebody. He was like, "I don't want you" or something, and then after that, they were sold later on.
Lukaku,
Senator, a question for you from limited gaming experience. Do you have a girlfriend?
it doesn't matter.
Does it matter? Yeah, but Tenag, I feel, I mean, yeah, it didn't work out for him in the last 18 months. He had to be sacked at some point. I mean,
But to be fair, Ten Hag has won more in 2 years than Arteta in 5 years. So I'll let that sit at that.
I mean, yeah, but at least Arteta is competing. I think the most important
But
thing is you're
but but
competing.
in 10, 15 years from now, when you ask when your kids come and ask you, Dad, what happened in the 20 what happened between 2023 to 2025. United were more successful than Arsenal, right? They got two trophies. What are you going to say?
At least Arsenal were fighting for top four and in the Champions League.
Nobody's going to look at that when you don't
No,
have
they're
trophies to play.
domestic cups. It's not like Arsenal like Ten Hag has won some Premier League or some Champions League or some Europa League.
History remember winners.
Ah, that is Mourinho's style of saying it. But still, I mean, it's not like Arteta hasn't won a trophy. He's won an FA Cup. He's won a
Just one.
Community Shield.
And
Community Shield, if you count it.
shouldn't have won that fucking FA Cup.
Yeah, but Ten Hag, I feel. See, United now, I think Amorim will be a good appointment. The problem is, will the club back him? And why did they back Ten Hag so much in the window if they anyway were going to sack him? Because now they got him Delict, Mazaraoui,
Exactly. Like,
all these
he,
guys, Luxury,
I mean,
etc.
and if you kept Tenak for the international break, why sack him now?
Exactly. It makes no sense to me. It's like they just wasted time, they wasted money. Both.
Exactly. Like maybe you could have given Amorim most time to set with this club, and it's obviously going to be better in the longer run, right? I feel they had eyes on Amorim for a long time because you suddenly don't go and get Amorim.
I think the FA Cup changed their mind because when they beat City, I think it changed
100%.
everything.
The FA Cup 100% changed their mind.
Yeah, because they were anyway going to sack him. Just because by some miracle this guy saved his job, they kept him.
I mean, let's be real, they almost lost to Coventry.
Almost. Yeah, yeah. They just survived on pens, no? I remember that game. They
Yeah.
survived on pens.
I did not watch
Just
that match thinking that it's going to be a one-sided game.
I thought
And suddenly,
I thought United were gonna dominate and win 5-0 or something.
I see a
Maybe
3-3
concede one.
score.
And then Anthony had the audacity to show his ears. Anthony in
Yes.
front of Anthony and another player, I forgot who, but two players did it. That's what I remember. I was watching that game. But I think United fluked it that year. That's the reason that Ten Hag stayed because obviously you beat Pep Guardiola City. To beat Pep Guardiola City is no,
Yes, that was an
big
impressive
small joke.
performance. Plus Rodri in the field. Yeah. I mean that performance nobody is denying.
Chad, did
Chad
I
did
accidentally enter dark
I
web?
don't know. Probably. Nice sleep. Good night.
But yeah, I think debate at the end of the day, I think it's pretty fair. I think Rodri, it's close. Anybody could have won it, man. I want to be completely honest. Anybody could have won the Ballon d'Or, and I think that's how it's gonna be going forward. Where you have like these debates every year, where there's gonna be like two players who like deservedly have a chance to win it.
Yeah. But internet should not run a narrative that it's a robbery and something like that. That's bullshit. It's not a robbery.
Robbery. The problem is that the context in which it happened. No, like you are telling Vini's gonna win it, and then you last minute you like just stab him in
But
the back. So like you
but
to basically humiliate him in front of the whole public. That's what they
but
wanted to do
the
with Vini.
Ballon d'Or obviously they want the hype right after Messi and Ronaldo. Nobody will give a shit about this award ceremony. Let's be real.
Yeah, correct. I agree with you because
The
they
year
the
Benzema
fan base
won,
they have.
the year Benzema won, anyone had any argument?
That was I think that was the one of the most deserved Ballon d'Ors of
But
all time,
exactly,
probably.
exactly. Nobody cared about it. Nobody did anything about it. Even if Messi and Ronaldo have years where they deserve the Ballon d'Or and nobody else deserves it, there will still be argument because it's Messi that won it and Ronaldo that won it, and the opposite fan base is always going to hate on it, and the fan base that is in favor is always going to love it.
Correct. Even Rodri couldn't believe he won the Ballon d'Or. Look at his reaction. That's what I want to say. He didn't
Exactly.
believe it, bro. He was crying. He
He
was like,
probably,
What?"
I mean, he probably didn't believe it because obviously keeping the history in the mind.
Yeah,
Like it's been so biased towards the forwards. How can a midfielder, a center defensive midfielder also believe it?
that's true. But I think even Rodri it makes sense that I don't know. I feel UEFA wanted to
You tell
basically
me
show Vini and Real
you're playing
Madrid something.
no, no, no. You're playing professional football at the highest level. You're a center defensive midfielder, and there is Vini who had a great season, and then you also had a great season by the way, and you also should be in contention for this.
Hmm.
By no means you should not be. And then they leak a news that Vini is winning the thing, and you are like, okay, Vini is winning it. Never mind. And then after you suddenly get a call one night before, and they're like, yeah, Rodri won it. You're going to win it tomorrow. Are you not going to like? You're not going to be shocked.
He is gonna be shocked, but then the problem is, I don't know, man.
And
I
then
think it's see,
and
I don't,
what are the sources?
I'm not saying Rodri doesn't deserve it. I'm saying the way they treated Vini was very bad.
He deserves it.
Vini haters.
Vini
Thank God
hater.
Vini Junior didn't win the Ballon d'Or if Neymar didn't.
What's this guy on about? Vini hater.
Vini, I think that's not the reason. No, most of those Vini people they were saying the same thing. The narrative which was going on social media. How can Neymar win? How can Vini win a Ballon d'Or? Neymar didn't. They're different generations.
People are running that agenda even for Rodri, right? How can Rodri win the Ballon d'Or and Iniesta?
It doesn't mean that. See, it doesn't mean that which other player. It doesn't mean that Michael Owen is a better striker than Lewandowski. It's a joke.
Exactly.
It's a joke.
No
It's
chance.
a
No
joke if
chance.
you think that.
That's what
Michael Owen is. There's
Ballon d'Or
no
should not,
that way.
exactly, Ballon d'Or should not, like,
But Rodri won before Xavi, Iniesta, and Pirlo. I mean, there is a valid point because these midfielders are obviously greater than Rodri.
but then Rodri's career has not even ended, right?
I mean, yeah, but see, Xavi, Iniesta, Pirlo for their countries and for their clubs, probably greatest players of all time.
Different time, Messi, Ronaldo era. What can you do about it?
Point. It's the same thing. Like I think it's very similar to Vini and Neymar.
Now say suppose there's another player that say suppose there's a right back that was playing, and the right back had the best season in the world. But then people are
Hmm.
going to be like, yeah, but Carvalho never won it. He should not win it. Trent Alexander-Arnold never won the Ballon d'Or. He should not win. It's not fair, right? To base it
Yeah.
off that. And plus Messi
Um,
and Ronaldo was there. Xavi and Iniesta would 100% win one Ballon d'Or minimum.
yeah.
Even
Xavi, Iniesta, definitely.
2015, if Pirlo had won the Champions League with UA, probably Pirlo also would have won it.
15, I think Pogba had a chance. Probably if
Oh,
they had to
Pogba.
win.
Pogba, even
Pogba was
Pirlo,
in his
right?
prime back then. Pirlo probably, I think he had a chance maybe early 2000s when AC Milan were winning a lot. When he was in
Hmm.
AC Milan back then, before joining
Yeah.
Juventus.
Hmm.
Then he had a chance.
Yeah, yeah. Senator,
Senator zero football IQ.
I mean, fair enough, bro. Glaze your Madrid Vinicius Junior. Cry more.
Senator. Uh,
I
I
mean,
think
bro, like you can cry about it, but that's all you can do. Like, both of them
I don't
deserved
think
it. Like,
I don't think
what are
it's
you
I don't
arguing
think it's
for?
undeserved. I just think
Exactly.
the whole
It,
problem with this I think that Madrid
it's not a
have is that
rivalry.
they basically been lied to and they wanted to basically like stun Vinicius and humiliate him in the public. I think that's the thing.
At
And
the
then
end of the day, the
imagine,
award does not even matter,
just
bro. Like,
imagine it
it
was
does not
Ronaldo
matter.
and Messi, and then Ronaldo is told that he's winning the award, and suddenly last minute suddenly reports come out that Messi is winning it. Don't you think that Ronaldo would be pissed?
But
And
then,
the even Real Madrid
that
in
is
in
how
this.
awards should be, right? That is how awards should be, right? Awards should be unpredictable. Like, if you know
Yeah, but then
beforehand who's going
don't leak it at all, right? Just
to
keep
be like,
quiet. Don't leak it in the media, and just hope what
exactly.
happens for the
It,
best.
these are some of the black arts that these people use, right? What can you do about it? That's like how they want to this thing.
Waylen waited for Vasco bus. Sure, bro. Tomorrow morning, 8:15. Want to join me? You can definitely come.
Tomorrow college ends at 1 o'clock, no?
One, yeah. Hopefully, if she takes LD at one, then yeah,
Bunny
probably.
hell.
Yeah, I don't know. Tomorrow, no. Anyway, attendance is done. No, you don't have to do anything. Attendance is
Mm,
already done. See, Andrea was saying today. So yeah,
what was it?
attendance is done. Now it won't affect anything. Even if you don't come, I don't think it'll change much. She was saying.
Oh, oh. Tell them.
Yeah. Anyways, I think on that note, I think since somebody said that Valen is waiting for the bus. And what's the last comment? But Vini Junior, Real Madrid not attending the ceremony is classless.
Exactly.
Yeah, probably.
And there are three criteria for Ballon d'Or. Maybe if they had showed up, they would have won it. The third one is class.
That is there. Wait, bro. But Vini Junior, yeah. See, in a way, yeah. But I think even in the way that it was communicated to them, I think it was a bit unfair. Boycotting it obviously is a big thing to do for a club like Real Madrid. You can't just boycott something of a
I
stature
mean,
of
I
Ballon
feel
d'Or.
Ballon d'Or as a whole is a fucking joke thing. Like, it
That's why
doesn't
it's lost
even
its
matter.
prestige, no? That's the most important. It's lost its prestige, the Ballon d'Or. That's
It
why.
was never as prestigious. It was just made prestigious because the who will win? The whole season is ahead of us. Let's see. As of early right now, Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, Cole Palmer, Mohamed Salah, Saka, Erling Haaland. Six players in my mind.
Salah, it depends. It honestly depends on the Champions League, man. Last season, if you had to ask me the same question at the start of the season, I would have said Haaland.
Exactly. I mean,
But Haaland had no
six.
chance, right, in the end.
It depends, right? The whole season is ahead of us. Messi off. Yeah, I mean, Messi always will be in contention. I feel the best thing that they could
Is
have
there
done
any
this season is
international
that just
trophy?
give the award to Messi.
Yeah, actually, that's the best way to make world peace. Just give it to Messi. Universally, everybody will be happy. But the
Exactly.
problem is, there's no international tournament next year, right? So Messi
No.
can't win it then, unfortunately. Where you study? I study at home. Sinetro, where you study?
I don't.
Not even
I go
where.
to college, I come home. I don't study.
A Ballon d'Or, but I don't think we can predict it this year. But meaning who's gonna win it? It depends at the
It's
end
too
of the
early
season.
to
Anything
predict,
can
right?
change. Injuries are
But like,
there. Players can get
if you're
ruled out.
asking me who is the best player as of now, which standard? Um, second
Which no no
is
no. Which S rounded? Which S rounded?
standard.
S rounded. Nah, bro. I'm. Do I look that young? Do I look that young?
Which standard?
Uh,
Yeah.
in college,
If you're
college.
talking about the best player in the world as of right now, it's Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, Cole Palmer, uh, Mohamed Salah maybe, and Bukayo Saka. Who's better than
In
them?
La Liga, Lewandowski probably 13 goals,
Oh,
14 goals. No joke.
yeah,
It's
Lewandowski
no
also.
joke.
Six, yeah, six of them.
Kane also always there. Bayern wins the Champions League. Kane definitely gets it. Then who else is there?
Mm.
Musiala probably.
No, 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 not Musiala as of now.
Serie
I
A
think
who's there? Serie A
most performing
probably
right
Lukaku. Lukaku.
No, 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 no one. Serie A, no one.
No one. Liga and
Maybe
obviously it's over.
Senator what? God, fair enough, bro.
Do you know this person? I have no idea who this
Who is this
person is.
guy? Your girlfriend is texting me. You will never, bro. Yeah, you will never.
Anyways, I think it's time. We
Who is
should
that
end
guy?
this
Who is
stream.
that guy? Piece of shit. Yeah.
I have no idea. Limited gaming experience.
Your girlfriend is texting me. Yeah, bastard. She would never give you a fucking second of her life. That's how fucking irrelevant you are. Can't.
Anyway, on that note, I think we should end the live stream. So you can join us next time. Limited gaming experience. Probably we'll do. I don't know if it's Netros free, probably a live stream, or maybe I'll do one alone. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, on that note, Vini was robbed, and we should end this live stream. So thank you, Senator, for being for being here. That's why you're wearing a Real Madrid jersey. You also know that Vini has been robbed. So
I'm wearing a Real Madrid jersey to show my support to Real Madrid,
the
not to
fact
win.
the fact that the fact that people like Sinetro, Lewis Hamilton, Magnus Carlsen, everybody posted about Vinny being robbed.
Senator is asleep with his girlfriend on call. And like
The hate
whatever
the
makes
hate
this,
is unreal.
and
Sinetro is the new Vinny.
whatever makes my brother sleep, Like I'm happy for him.
Yeah, but anyway, I think on that note we should end the live stream. So guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're watching this on repeat, then obviously please follow Sinetro. I'll leave his Instagram
No,
ID
like,
in the comments
just
down below, so you can follow him
go
on
follow
Instagram.
them.
Hopefully, if he accepts your follow request after what you said to
I'm
him.
not
But
accepting.
wait, sorry, bro, but we gotta go. So good
Yeah,
night
I mean,
and see you. Ciao.
yeah.